Today we'll be putting a bit of a twist on biryani, which is a popular Indian dish, but in this version we have made it into shrimp biryani, which is a bit of an Indo-Chinese mix. You will need 1 red and 1 green bell pepper, 1 tablespoon of chopped ginger and garlic, and 1 bunch of green onions. If you don't have green onions, you can substitute it with half an onion. 2 medium-sized tomatoes, 3 carrots, 3 eggs, 1/4 of a cabbage, 1 tablespoon of black pepper, 1 tablespoon of salt, 1/4 tablespoon of chili powder, half a tablespoon of MSG or Ajinomoto, 250 grams of shrimp, which is about roughly the size of a bowl. Just a note, we use frozen shrimp that was pre-cooked, so if you're using raw ones, you might have to cook them or fry them beforehand. 3 cups of rice, about 1 cup of corn oil, 2 tablespoons of hot chili sauce, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of Kewra Water, half a tablespoon of an orange or red food coloring. Our first step is to deep fry or stir fry our ingredients. Put a cup of oil in the pan. You can put more or less depending on if you want it deep fried or stir fried. Once the oil is heated, you're going to put your entire bowl of cabbage. When it's soft and is starting to turn a light golden brown, you're going to take it out and set it aside on a plate or a dish or whatever you have at home. After that, you're going to fry the carrots, and when the carrots are soft that you're easily able to cut them with your spatula, you want to take them out and set them aside. Next, you're going to fry your bell peppers and the onions, if you used any. And when it's soft or approximately 3 minutes in, take it out and also set it aside. Because our stove is extremely high, just as a note, we're using medium heat throughout the whole cooking process. Now at this point, you want to remove the oil and leave about 3 tablespoons or so of oil left in the pan. Now you want to beat your eggs and put them in the pan to fry. Once it's cooked, you want to break your eggs in small pieces and set that aside with everything else. Add approximately another 3 tablespoons of oil back into the pan. But remember, we're only using the oil to fry our veggies, and we're not going to be using any oil in the rice. Now you're going to stir fry your chopped ginger, garlic, and spring onions. After about a minute, add in your tomatoes to the pan and continue stir frying. Add a 1/4 tablespoon of chili powder as well. When this tomato mix has softened and is starting to look a little pasty, you want to add in the shrimp. Now, stir fry the shrimp approximately 2 to 3 minutes and then put a lid and let it cook for 5 minutes. Now, after that is done, set your shrimp aside. Our next step is to boil the rice. So make sure you put your rice in hot water and not cold water. Put 2 tablespoons of both salt and vinegar into your water when it comes to a boil. We're putting vinegar in so that we can make our rice grains a little bit longer. After you've drained your rice, put 1/4 of it back in the pot so we can start adding our veggies and shrimp in layers. Put half of the fried shrimp into the rice, and half of each of your fried veggies into it as well, which includes your cabbage, your carrots, your eggs, and your bell pepper and onions. Now add a little bit of rice on top of all those ingredients we've put in, about another 1/4. Put a little bit of your spices, the pepper, the salt, and the MSG or Ajinomoto. Now you're going to add 1 tablespoon of chili sauce, 1½ tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of Kewra Water, and remember, you can add more or less if you want. We're going to be repeating the same steps again now by adding the remainder of our shrimp, the veggies, and then you're going to add your rice. After that, add your remaining spices, and add your chili sauce, your soy sauce, your Kewra Water, and a little bit of food coloring. And now you want to cover it with a very light, damp cloth and leave it on low heat for about 15 to 20 minutes. After that, mix all your rice and veggies well, and you're done with a delicious dish of shrimp biryani. If you enjoyed watching this video and are excited to see what we'll have next, then make sure to hit subscribe. And remember, if you have any comments, requests, or suggestions, leave them down below in the comment box. Until then, see you next time.